Guys, Stimper here, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be doing another Tamarkan showcase on Legendary very hard difficulty, and I'll show you how to deal with Boris. Boris is the worst enemy that you'll be fighting in Tamarkan's campaign, at least early on anyway. He's got lots of anti-large, lots of archers, and he declares war on you fairly early on. Now, what you'll find here is, this is a very unconventional way to play Nurgle. You'll see I have no traditional units, it's all lords and heroes. Matter of fact, the casters in Tamarkan's army are there just for the shitty mechanic they has. They serve no purpose. If anything, they're hindering my army. So, what we're going to do here is, I'll force march up to Boris to bait him. Now, you may think this is a bad thing, given the army that he's running, and you'll see shortly here why. If I did not bait him, he would have had a free run through my territory and absolutely destroyed everything that I've built. So, you'll see there are a lot of archers, a lot of anti-large, right? And some may think we don't even stand a chance. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use one lord to bait while we're going to try and have all these other lords come into the field. So we're just going to figure out which angle is the best for them to come into the battlefield. And there is no easy way to do this. This is not optimal at all for me. But that one lord that we have there on force march will do just fine. Oh, but the Impo, you're a madman trying to challenge Boris on force march while he already has the advantage. Wrong. Nurgle lords and heroes are absolutely busted, which is why I'm saying you're better off running 4 lords helping each other out than one traditional army with shitty marauder units. Because let's face it, you're not very rich right at the start. And this is still early game, despite Boris's maxed out army there. So, Tamarkan entered the field here. What you want to do here is go and chill in the woods while we try and consolidate our army. And meanwhile waste as much ammo you can from the archers, because if you go out in the open you'll get slaughtered. You do not wish to get out in the open. Alright, so Boris is taking the bait here. Half of his army is now coming after us. Meanwhile our lords are about to enter the field as well, which is good for us. And you'll see our other lord there is just hanging on there. He's getting absolutely swamped, but that's fine. As soon as he shatters and starts running away, he'll be fine, right? So you'll see that one unit of Bear Riders just got absolutely melted right out of the gate. They stood no chance. And neither will Boris or anyone else. And mind you, this is on force march, guys. Force march. I don't have the quest items for Tamarkan. I don't have any like talismans of perseverance or anything like that for the rest of the lords and heroes. Very generic equipment. Look how fast Boris is going down, and they're taking like next to no damage. Now this is a bad situation here because he broke away. But then he rallied too fast, and these guys are faster than us, so we're gonna have to get out of there right away and try and join the main cohort. So while we kite them down at the bottom there, our other lords have joined now, and we have a nice big juicy blob happening. And you know what happens when there's a nice juicy blob, right? You bring out the blight boils. Blight boils are fantastic. I cannot recommend them enough for clearing out blobs. Oh, but the Impo is such a slow spell, it takes forever. You get a nice juicy blob, and you time it right. And by now, if you're playing on Legendary difficulty, you should be able to time your spells right. You'll absolutely wipe them clean. On top of that, you have that beautiful, beautiful ability there as well, which does a ton of damage. Ton of damage, look at that, you just drop it there. I would have loved if they were all blobbed up, unfortunately or not. That is devastating damage. Devastating. Such a good army ability. I think it's the best army ability I've seen in this game so far. It's just crazy. It doesn't even need to load much either. Meanwhile, this guy is almost there, so we'll need to hit the turbo there, get his vigor back so he can rejoin us, otherwise he's dead meat. Guys, the most ironic thing here is that by the time we're done with this battle, we're actually going to walk out in a better shape than we were when we entered it. I kid you not, just, just watch what happens here. So he's about to hit the turbo there and almost get to us. Meanwhile, these guys are not even going down in health, and they're just destroying everything. I cannot overstate the importance of how good Nurgle single entities are. Crazy bastard. Crazy, crazy, crazy bastard. And Kazk will go and solo Legendary Lords for you. He's that broken. I don't know, just something about this Nurgle faction. They start off slow, but when they get going, holy moly, do the snowball. Alright, so what you want to do here is wait for our other lord to reinforce, and now we can get the proper blobs happening. As you can see here, it's going so well. We're not taking any damage at all, despite being on force march. Even Tamarkan being the biggest target there. What I'll recommend is take him off the dragon. Trust me, he's much better off the Toad Dragon than he's on the Toad Dragon. He's too much of a big target and everyone will just target him. He's good to soak up damage, but aside from that, I would not really use the dragon if they are very heavy in terms of ranged weapons. Alright, so there you have it. What did I tell you? We're going to walk out of this in a much better shapes than what we did walking into the fight. We absolutely wiped the floor with Boris Ursus here. But yeah, ditch the traditional army, stick to single entities with Nurgle. It's cheaper, more efficient, no micromanagement needed, and they hit hard. Trust me, it is the way to play in Nurgle at the moment. So we can quickly go over the characters and equipment. So as you can see here, very hard difficulty, legendary. And in terms of equipment, there's really nothing special or outstanding here, guys. Just generic stuff that you get throughout your playthrough. And they still absolutely dominate. Like, you don't really need anything special on these guys. They'll still go and clap some cheeks. As always, Deempo here. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate your time. If you want to see some more Warhammer content, please don't forget to subscribe, and I catch you.